So Chainsaw Man chapter 174 is here, and Pochita has eaten the mouth devil, and that means that mouths do not exist anymore in this universe. Let's get into this chapter, guys. It was a pretty crazy one. So the chapter begins with a meeting with these higher-ups, and they're discussing something important. This guy has a transcript, and he says, "We were discussing never hearing the word ear before, yet we possess no memories of this happening before. This is certainly curious." And this guy is the Prime Minister of Japan. His name is Kentaro Ishita. Then we have this guy, the Minister of Internal Affairs, and he says he checked with some subordinates, and they said that they're trying to take down Pochita and bring back the ears. And then the Minister of Defense says, "What does public safety think they could do with the Chainsaw Man's power?" And then Fumiko walks in, and she says, "Human evolution. With his power, we can erase concepts and do whatever we want with society." This guy's like, "Can you be more concrete?" And she says that they've been having conversations with the Aging Devil. It's a devil with the name of a primal fear, and they have given us an offer. The Aging Devil no longer has attachment to life, and depending on the contract, it is willing to be eaten by Chainsaw Man. And this guy's like, "What will happen if we erase aging?" And Fumiko's like, "We will not know until it happens." And Fumiko says they collected all the data of what happened in the 3 minutes that the world didn't have ears. He says phones and radios still existed, but ear picks were sold as arts and crafts. And he says, "What a freaking mess." He says, "You're correct, Chainsaw Man is messy, but however, us people in public safety, we're trying to keep Chainsaw Man's chaos controlled to show its power to you." And they're like, "What are the terms of the Aging Devil's contract?" The offer is, in exchange for being eaten by Chainsaw Man with no resistance, is that the Aging Devil wants to kill 10,000 Japanese citizens that are between the age of infancy and 9 years old. She wants to kill 10,000 people in front of mirrors. And they're shocked by this, and Fumiko's like, "We really need to answer now because Chainsaw Man is wilding out." And this guy says, "Fine." And Fumiko just like looks pretty deviously. And this guy's the former Minister of Finance, and he says, "We're gathering a bunch of kids that are orphaned from devil attacks, and we're just getting them ready for this." And he says, "If we need more, we'll contact the international adoption agents." And he says, "If we need to get international children and give them Japanese citizenship, 10,000 lives is a small price to pay for Japan." And this guy's like, "I can't," but he says, "You can." And he's like, "You have 4 children, right?" He's like, "You got 4 children, right?" And then he changes his mind and he says, "I can do it." And this guy says, "Good." He says that 10,000 children will be ready in 48 hours. Tell that to the higher ups. And Fumiko says yes and whips out her phone, and then she gets ready. Then we see that guy, then we see her again, see that guy. We see her sweating, and she looks up, and she doesn't have a mouth anymore, and then these guys don't have mouths anymore. People are walking around with no mouths, and we see the elephant with no mouth. Then we see Chainsaw Man, and it says, "Octopus mouth, snow, and bitterness have been erased." And we look at Chainsaw Man's mouth. It is gone. So that means Pochita just erased all the mouths in the world, and that means he can't eat anything more. This is pretty crazy. Mouths are gone. 10,000 children are about to be sacrificed. This chapter was good, but a little bit slower. It was a lot of conversation. They had to figure out this deal with the Aging Devil, and I don't know how it's going to work out. Will 10,000 children really be sacrificed? I don't know, but let me know, guys, what you think of this newest Chainsaw Man chapter.